Time to make more content for my dead YouTube channel. Just making it sound like I hate AirMech. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. But I make content for my viewers. Here we go. Maybe I'll watch this game for you. It's a Twin Peaks game, 1v1. What's happening? Okay, oh god, it's buffering. It's gonna be a long one on Twin Peaks. Strap in, folks. Yes, I am that kind of content creator. Well, I'm gonna commentate over this long buffer time. It's gonna be super boring because there's nothing to talk about. Literally. Oh good, the buffer isn't long today. Alright, maybe we could have an easy, nice day. Or whatever. Here we go. Here we go. Everyone's starting off the same. I bet their first units are tanks. Yes, 4 tanks. Yes, 4 tanks. 4 tanks. That's how you play AirMech. You build tanks. Riveting gameplay. Share it with your friends. Tell them this is an awesome game where you just build tanks. Oh, he's going for an early game Twin Peaks rush. Sometimes you do this if you don't want to play long games on Twin Peaks, and you're against an opponent who is going to allow you to do this to them. Doesn't look like it's going to work too well for A here. ARehmanBhatti. Sorry for pronouncing your name wrong. I'm American. Blame me. Don't blame me for being American. Americans don't know nothing. Very cool. And then Jesuis? I don't know. I don't know what language that game is. That person is. I'll call him 94. We have A versus 94 because I'm American. I cannot say their names. I should hide global chat. You don't need to see all the GGs from people winning games. Well, when I lose games, I guess you should still do GGs. He's still committed to this. He's still committed to this cheese attempt. He might get it. He might get it. He has to be very careful. Jesuis here. He does not want to lose that outposted cheese, but he still wants to grab it. And that's a decent play. Just putting the creeps in there to soak the damage. This is tight. This is tight. He might lose tanks in this position. He might. That's fair. He got out alive without losing much. And it's still even with the things here. Although if he did have infantry, he'd be more easier to capture that. Instead of letting us get harassed all day. He's gonna be able to save that easy peasy. Creeps are coming. Come on. Oh yes, he's gonna go for the capture now. Does he have more tanks to follow up? Yeah, no, he has something built. Definitely not the loadout that's showing. Definitely not his loadout that's showing either. You see, everyone has built tanks in this game, but only tanks so far. Very cool. He built ratchets. Very cool. Although he could have used his mech fly to another outpost to heal. Look at that. He didn't play this too well. He lost that neutral. You only need the 4 tanks here to clear out their neutrals and keep this outpost alive. It is very tight, but you can do it in the first minute of Twin Peaks. And it's very, very important to do if you're planning on going in a buster mirror on this map. A buster mirror on this map is quite punishing if you lose that outpost. Take that outpost too slow and your opponents are already over here pressing their tanks to be in range of your outpost. It's very hard to come back in that situation. This map is designed where you're not fighting over a neutral outpost. No, you're already fighting for one of your opponent's outposts. Very cool. Same game design logic applies. Grab an outpost to count advantage and you win over time because you're supposed to. Snowball mechanic. Jesuis94 is now setting up his tanks to 2v1. He's doing this tank drop again. He's going to clear it, but he sacked 1 tank for that. That's a trade. That's a trade. I'd take that trade. Free creeps for the 1 tank. I take that trade. He's going to go and neutralize this again. That might be his game plan, just go around neutralizing everything. Yawn. Ooh, does he get that kill? Yeah, he does get that kill. That is unfortunate for 94. He might have to pull some units back or pull it forward. This is risky gameplay. This is riveting gameplay. He might be able to get this, but unfortunately, A has more tanks. And these tanks were sacked, and that might be the game right there. Critical mistake, he dies too. This is going to be a snowbally game if he plays this well. Although, he built Seeker and Getty, which are not tanks. Although Getty behind a tank can act like a tank. It does as much damage as a tank. Very cool. Though he loses it. That is unfortunate. This is getting closer than it should be. It should be more in favor of A here. Because he has more tanks. More tanks means you have more tanks than your opponents. And you could beat their army. But since 94 is back here again. And he has busters. They are tearing up A's, not busters. Busters are better tanks than Longhorns, so they will very easily beat Longhorns. Although if he builds more ratchets, that is less busters that beat Longhorns, and more ratchets that don't beat Longhorns. Very cool, very riveting game design and logic. But that is how you play AirMech. You have more better tanks, which encompasses both better units beats worse units. It also encompasses more units beats less units, because that is how you win in AirMech. Tanks are better units, and if you have more tanks than your opponent, you will beat the tanks of your opponents. Very cool. Here we go. Come on, you can do it. That's just a Getty. Look at that. Tickles the damage, and then that one Longhorn. Although that defensive buster might kill that. Oh no, he picks up the Seeker, and that is a mistake that has led him to die. Oh, he does grab this randomly placed ratchet, which I may not have noticed. Or just now. He's gonna place a buster. Unfortunately, a buster that's been pre-placed has defender's advantage, and will shoot its first shot off much faster than a buster placed aggressively. Very cool. Look at this unit count, because 94 here sacked his units away earlier. However, A here has a lot of units that can't push too well. He's starting to have plenty of Gaddies and Archies, which don't push too well. He also has Busters, which aren't the best move command pushed units, but they can leapfrog to push that way. He's doing it again. These two Longhorns clearing out that outpost. Very nice. Cause what 94 has set up here isn't doing much. Oh, I guess the AFK setup's actually pretty good. Look at it. And since all of A's units are grouped up here, it's all gonna kill it easily. But he does lose his outposts to say, which is very important. Army doesn't necessarily mean any much, especially when 94's army was already behind. He traded evening out the army count for losing an outpost count, which by snowball mechanics you're supposed to lose in that situation because you don't have an army advantage. You see the unit count and upkeeps are still the same right now, but A here has a higher outpost count. He's gonna lose this eventually, but his production from this alone is actually keeping him ahead. Very riveting gameplay. That his units are being AFK killed this side on the map. However, since he has a higher outpost count and is building tanks that don't die, he is staying ahead. He's building butchers to trade well with these busters. Very cool. Although his butchers are dying without killing busters, so that's not a good cost-effective use of them. Will he save them? Yes, he does. What will he do? Will he put them on the bunkers? Or will he... Oh, he saves them up and he's gonna neutralize that. That's a nice idea. Drop the outpost count advantage even further. Look at this army. It's almost dead, but look at the upkeep and unit count. It's still ahead because he had that outpost and is building tanks and killing the tanks on this side of the map. Very cool. Oh my god, this looks dumb. But whatever. My throat's starting to get hurting because I've been recording a couple videos non-stop for a while now just to pad out content. Very cool. He dropped it in a heavy mine. It died. Look at this another mistake here. He has a quite severe army disadvantage and a quite severe outpost disadvantage. So he's just being double screwed by game logic. I mean game design. Game design is snowball. You're supposed to lose when you're in a disadvantage. Look at him extra lose. I think we're done watching this. We're gonna speed it up. He's supposed to lose in this position, and I don't want to watch the rest of the game. Yeah, he kills these units. Does he kill it? Yeah, he kills it. I'll trade that. I'll take that trade, because you're still going to win the game, because you have an outpost advantage. He still has more units, funnily enough. God, now you see why I talk in that sarcastic tone. He might get the cheese, but whatever. Whatever, he's still way behind. And he dumped his units to be AFK killed, unfortunate. Dump your units to be AFK killed. He gets the cheese, that's nice. He has, still has A here, still has much more units. He could use it. Because this is literally just easy to run over. This arm is easy to roll over. Push the fort, but unfortunately you have so many units that don't push. Too much RG here. You even had to build levelers. Oh my god. He brought back an Archie for defense. You kidding me? Oh my god. Does he lose because of that? Oh my god. He lost because of cheese and because he wasn't even using his units. He has so much more of an army advantage than what this was set up here. Oh my god. That's unfortunate. But this, guess. Congratulations, 94. You win this game. Congrats on that cheese. You got it well. But god, this is why you're supposed to watch the map so you don't lose to something like cheese when you're in a winning position. Because you're supposed to win the game. It's your game to lose when you're in a winning position. That's AirMech, because look at this army at this point. It's nothing. Oh, it's not going to let me see the score. Thank you. Thank you, buddy. Oh, it did let me see the score for a second. Oh, well. Alright, that's a video where I get a... You could argue I get proven wrong a bit, but it's still about the same. Debate in the comments if you dare, if you want to. I probably will not comment down in there, but you're supposed to lose that position. I mean, if he was watching the radar or still had units to pull out from Q, he would have been able to defend that cheese. And it would just been snowball mechanics from there. Good game, folks. Good game.